you might wonder, what is coaching? So coaching is to develop people to develop themselves. We all have the potential to achieve whatever it is that we want to achieve. But most of the time, we decide that we cannot achieve it because we don't have enough money, or we don't have enough education, or we don't have enough whatever. But it's never the lack of resources that really stop us. What stops us is the lack of resourcefulness to really go for what we want. And a coach is someone that really helps you to go for what you want. A coach is someone that is trained in a series of exercises and questioning techniques that help you focus in what is positive and what is possible. It's someone that helps you to find your own answers, because you are unique. There isn't anyone else in the world like you. You are made by your own experiences, and what it works for me, it might not work for you. So a coach helps you to understand also who you really are, and what is important for you, and what is that you want, or that someone else wants, and helps you to focus on what is that you want to achieve, your goals, and create a plan that works for you to achieve those goals. And finally, keeps you accountable and support you until you achieve those goals that you want to achieve. So basically, a coach is someone that pushes you to take baby steps out of your comfort zone into your stretch zone. And when you realize your comfort zone is much bigger and your danger zone is much smaller, and all of a sudden you find yourself living in a much bigger world. And the good news is that the change that you achieve with the coaching, it lasts longer than the coaching engagement itself, because it trains you not only to know yourself better, and the best leaders are the ones that know themselves better, and they are aware of themselves, but also trains you to think in a different way. Instead of focusing in what you don't have, thinking about what you have and what is possible for you to achieve. And how coaching can help in family business. Well, this is the case of Daniel. Is the Christmas Eve of 2011. Daniel is sitting at the dinner table with his father, his wife, and his siblings, and his mom. They are celebrating the Christmas, and the atmosphere is happy and relaxed. His younger brother stands up and says, "For Dad, for his company, and we are so proud of what he has built. I'm so grateful that you have given me the opportunity to work in the family company for the last year. And also I'm so grateful that you have ownership with me, that you have shared ownership with me." When Daniel hears that you have shared ownership with me, it's like it's someone just punching in the stomach. He just can't believe it. He has been working in the company for 20 years, all his adult life. He was the only sibling working in the company until a year ago. And his father always promised him that he would be the one running the family company and owning the family company. And now he just finds out that his brother has ownership, and his father didn't even bother to tell him about it. He feels betrayed. He feels that nobody values the hard work that he puts in the family company. He was the one running the company for more than a year when his father suffered a heart attack. And when his father came back, the only acknowledgement he got was, "Thank you very much for keeping the machine running." And just like that, Daniel went back to his old job and lost all authority, like nothing happened. This was too much for him, but he just swallowed it. But this is just too much. So Daniel explodes and starts shouting at his father. "I just can't believe it. I can't believe it that you are doing this to me. You are a liar. I'm fed up with this. I'm leaving the company." And he storms out of the room, and everybody is in shock. So how coaching can help here? Running? No. Coaching, what a coach does in a situation like that is what we call relationship coaching or team coaching. A coach creates a safe environment where the family members can have healthy communication, where Daniel and his father can sit together and can speak without blaming each other, without contempt, without stonewalling, and without defensiveness. The coach them to speak in I sentences, so nobody gets defensive, and kind of keeps them to having the conversation in this style. And when someone goes down the route of blaming, the coach gently takes them back to, how is the way we want to communicate here. So it creates a safe environment where people can voice their opinion and empowers everybody to communicate. You can imagine that, for example, when you have in a room a high-power founder and a young next generation member, that he doesn't really know what he wants to do with his life, but he knows that he doesn't want to work in the family company. It's very hard for them to really voice their opinion because they are scared many times, so they don't want to upset their parents. So a coach helps this young next generation member, empower them to talk. It gives them the term, and really makes a big difference to have someone in the room that enables everybody to speak, and enables everybody to speak in a positive way. And if the father goes a bit crazy, kind of calms the person down, so the other person can keep on talking. Also, the coach creates an understanding. So, for example, in the case of Daniel, an understanding and helps them to move forward. In the case of Daniel and his father, they have two different positions. Daniel's position was, I was under the belief that I would be running the company and owning it in the future, and now I know that I'm not going to be the only owner. And what really upset me is that they didn't tell me about it before. Daniel's father's position was, I am the owner of this company. I have the right to give ownership to whoever I feel deserve it. And what they both agreed upon was that they both wanted the company to be successful. They both wanted the company to be successful over generations. So the coach helps them to put the problem in front of them, that is control, and helps them to focus on what solutions they can find for that higher purpose, that is keeping the company successful over generations. And finally, the coach supports the family members, because this is not smooth sailing, like one day it's like one step forward and the next day 2 steps backwards. So it gives them, support them that they are going to be doing what they are going to be doing, what they say that they will be doing, and keeps them accountable. And how coaching can help the next generation? Well, for example, in the case of Daniel, like many other next generation members, after working in the family company for more than 20 years, he never got any objective feedback. So he didn't really know how was he performing. If his father was in a good mood, he was doing a great job. If his father was in a bad mood, he was a disaster. So that was not very good for his own self-esteem, really, because he didn't know where he stands. So doing an assessment like a 360 degree, where you get feedback not only from your boss, but also from your peers and your subordinates, also your clients, and you also assess yourself, gives you a very good picture about where you are as a leader and where are the gaps that you have to bridge and where you have to work on to become better. Actually, in this case, it was actually much more positive, but the impression that people had about Daniel than the impression he had about himself. And it's actually quite common, because when you don't have any feedback, you don't really know how good you are. And you tend to think that you are worse than you are. And that's the feeling that gives to your self-esteem. But there are other assessments, like for example, the MBTI, the personality assessment, that helps you to understand yourself and to understand why you behave the way you behave, and why the people around you behave the way they behave. Also, this kind of test, they help you to understand who you really are and learn about who you are. And what we were talking about before, your values. We don't really pay attention to what is important to us, and we don't believe that we know what is important to us. But for example, in my case, when I was working with my father, I wasn't feeling happy, and I just couldn't understand why. Because I was being well paid, and I had security, and I had recognition, but I was not happy. And when I learned about my values, and I learned that one of the most important value I have is personal growth, and the next one is freedom, I understood why. I didn't feel that I was growing in the company, and I didn't feel that I had the freedom to choose, because I was feeling like I was doing what everybody else wanted me to do. And really learning about my values, it has helped me to take better decisions, to be smarter about the choices I make. Also about what is your purpose. It's very difficult to go to anywhere if you don't know where you want to go. And really knowing what is your purpose as a leader in a family company, or even what is your purpose in life, what is that you want to achieve before you die. It really helps you to kind of focus in a different way in everything that you do. Also, goal setting and action planning. And goal setting that works for you. The coach is not going to prepare the goals for you. The coach is going to help you to create those goals that work for you, and the actions that you have to take that work for you to achieve those goals. And finally, support you and keep you accountable. And by supporting, it means also like it's show time. There is no more excuses here. You said that you want to do this, and you're going to go for it. And it's not your father's fault, it's not anybody's fault. You are responsible, and you have to go for it. So it keeps you accountable in that way. And this is the way coaching helps to create sustainable family businesses by fostering healthy communication among the family members and by empowering next generation members to become change leaders in their organizations. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to pass to my colleague, Melissa.
Well, it's a wonderful journey, and we're going to hear in a few minutes about another journey. What I'm going to do is kind of put some of the ideas of the journey into context about in a model of identity.